All right, and we're live. Okay, so I'm just gonna pack my stuff up real quick like usual. Just give me about 30 seconds or so, and I'll be right with you. Probably even less than that. And so this guy, you go to sleep with the battery, he'll die, one or the other. Put this in here. There, we'll stay cool. Get you guys situated in a hair of a set.
Gate is open.
Okay, we're almost all set. I know you're looking at a brick wall right now. Just bear with me, and we'll be on our way to see some cats. Okay, let's do this. Over to the Facebook. Hello, everybody. It is a gorgeous day here. It is beautiful, as long as you're in the shade. So in the back of the truck, I've been standing in the sun for the past 10 minutes, and if you're not in the shade, it is a burner. All right, so there we go. See if we see anybody around here. Hey, Jen. Wow, Western Australia. What time is it there right now? Good morning, Missy. Good morning. Well, everybody else. Wow. The gang's all here. All right, so I don't see Priya right now. I saw her earlier. We'll probably see her at the 12:15. Duchess is way back here. Kind of taking a nap, so I'm going to see if we can find cats that that the camera will actually pick up on right now. So we're rocking our brand new GoPro Hero 9. This thing is pretty kick butt, so I hope it helps you see a little bit more. Got a notification from GoPro if you follow the live stream that I do during the week. The new lens is right around the corner. Didn't make it on time for this Saturday, but next Saturday you will get a large view of the sanctuary. Yes, Beecher is in Funcation. We can head on over there and see him in a little bit. And you can see Duchess's enrichment she had a blast with. It's all over the place here. So if you don't know what the enrichment is things that our enrichment team will make. Right? They make like big houses and castles and all sorts of awesome things for our cats out of like cardboard, paper mache, paper tubes, boxes. We try to reuse any of that stuff that's safe for the cats, and we simply just, put it together, put it out there, and they demolish it. Absolutely love it. But let's see who we can see. Hello, Victoria Ann from South Africa. Man, we got the whole world going on here. Cold in Indiana. Well, we are looking for volunteers. Always looking for volunteers. Fill in an application, move on down. And you can enjoy, nice, beautiful summer when it's winter time, and then broiling hot any other time. Yeah, I would love some cold weather. I'll try to convince Bridget to go up north here for a weekend. Well, if you want to volunteer, Pam, just fill out that application online, And as long as you can put in, I think it's a minimum like 16 hours a month, then yeah, absolutely. All right, so everybody's already been fed, which is a little bit challenging to find people when they've already been fed because they like to hide. But we'll see who we see along the way here. Oh man, I could go with like 3 feet of snow right now. I love the snow. Growing up in upstate New York will either make you love it or hate it. I love it. Oh hey, look at this. I found a Max and a Marianne. Now I'm going to be using an app today that is available on the iTunes App Store and also Google Play. If you just go there and type in Big Cat Rescue, you'll find our tour app, and it looks like I have found a Max bobcat. All right, so the app looks a lot like this. You can scroll on through, find the cat. So I'm going to look for Max here. That's Tiger and Max Bobcat, and just click play and you guys can hear the audio.
Max is a male northern bobcat, born August 1st, 2010, arrived May 31st, 2011. Max was seized by the Department of Environmental Management in Rhode Island from a man that was keeping him illegally as a pet. Even though owning this bobcat as a pet was illegal, the DEM had to take the man. During the proceedings, which lasted 6 months, Max was housed temporarily with a local veterinarian and wildlife rehabber. Meanwhile, the DEM began the search for a suitable home for Max and found Big Cat Rescue. The owner was found in violation of the law and ordered to pay for the boarding of the bobcat for the entire 6 months, which was thousands of dollars. Max finally made his way to his new and permanent home and is loving every bit of it.
He is up on top of the
platform.
platform.
Much younger than many of the cats at Big
He was,
Cat Rescue.
and then I looked away.
He has quickly stolen the hearts of the volunteers and staff with his endless antics.
I looked away and then he moved out of frame, but yes, he is on top of the platform snoozing away in the shade. Those two are awesome. All right, so who else can we find? So if you're not familiar, I'm giving the walking tour. And so I give you the stories that we would typically give in our walking tour when there's not this thing called COVID-19. And so you get to learn about all the cats that we see while we are on our walking tour. People usually pay for this thing. All right, so the fundraiser for today is our general fundraiser. That money goes to all of the cats and goes to repairs and gasoline to run any of the equipment that we have. It goes to just general help. Flint, what's up, man? Hi. I don't have any audio on you. No, I don't. But we can stop and say hi. How you doing? How you been? Yeah, you're just being cute, adorable, and all that fun stuff. Daniel Bridget is doing awesome. She's doing really well. She'll be on at 12:15 over on our YouTube channel. Flint, here comes all the hearts. You want to see? Take a look. People love you, man. He is. The Flintster has grown an awful lot, and he's super happy. Where's the biscuit? Huh? Where's Nabisco? Seriously, man. How does one person get this much love? And thank you for your donations. Again, the donation for today is our general fundraiser. It goes to help all these guys, including little dude here. Helps out with enrichment, helps us get pumpkins for them all, helps us get Christmas trees later on. So this is the time of year when they have a lot of fun. From what I saw, Perfection's doing good. What are you doing there, man? Are you just gonna eat the whole plant? Is that what you're going for? Oh boy. Just doing some general landscaping. Or did Beecher tell you that the salad on the outside was better? He's lying to you. Just want you to know. Oh yes, the turkeys for Thanksgiving and the Cornish game hens for these guys. Well, the game hens, I don't know if they're Cornish, but yeah, so this is the time of year that they get the really cool stuff. During the rest of the year, we still get them really cool stuff, but now with all the holiday stuff and Flint and Nabisco's, you know, the Nabisco and Flint hurricane obviously struck the this area. And if you do feel that that you would like, let's say you want to donate, but you want to donate to that cat specifically, as one of our awesome moderators said, you can go to bigcatrescue.biz and sponsor a specific cat there if you would like. So if you want to just sponsor Nabisco or Flint or Mr. and Mrs. Claus or really anybody, you can go ahead and do that. All right, so, or Mrs. Claus rather. All right, so is... Oh, and I promised, if you were watching on TikTok earlier and you came on over here, good, thank you for making that transition. Here is that tunnel I was talking about before. So as I mentioned, it's really rare that we'll put our cats together, but if we do, right, we do it in baby steps, right? Because we want to make sure everybody's going to be safe. Now, Nabisco and Flint, we did end up putting them together, but first we built this, you know, this track here, right? This little tunnel. And we closed the door off, which it's closed right now, which makes me think that they're probably separated for the time being, probably for breakfast. And we made sure that they were friendly. And after a good long stretch of them getting used to each other, we opened up the door and then they were together. I think there's a video of that online. It's adorable. These guys are so cute. You sponsor Mouser, Karen. Thank you very much for sponsoring Mouser. I'll see if we can see Mouser on our way down there. Oh, Gilligan is way sacked out and blending in with the back. And GoPro doesn't have a zoom in feature, but Gilligan is way back there. I'm gonna see if I can get closer and you guys can get a better view of him. They are good buddies. Gilligan! So Gilligan is right along the wall back there. He's on the other side of the ferns. You might be able to see him. So I'm gonna play his audio for you. There we go, Gilligan.
Gilligan is a male Canada lynx. Approximate date of birth, January 1st, 2007. Rescued May 5th, 2013. Gilligan's age is unknown. He was purchased along with Skipper at an auction. Gilligan had the tiniest cage, measuring 5 by 7. It was also the dirtiest of all the cages. The mud floor was not mud, but feces covered with a sprinkling of straw. It appeared as though Gilligan had tried to keep much of his waste confined to one area on top of his plastic doghouse. He had perched atop the house day after day to defecate. The large pile of feces cascaded out the side of his cage. It was clear that his cage had not been cleaned in several months. Strewn about the cage were bits of meat, bones, and fur. The doghouse was too small for Gilligan to fit in, and other than a small child's play picnic table, he had nowhere to escape the weather. He was forced to sleep in the open and surrounded by filth. Because Gilligan's cage was so small, there was not enough room for big cat rescuers to enter it with nets and a crate. So using wire that they had brought, they constructed a secondary enclosure to the door and inside placed the crate filled with soft, dry hay. Gilligan was unsure about this new crate, and despite its appeal of warmth and dryness, he refused to enter it. He was left to contemplate entering the crate on his own, while big cat rescuers moved on to try and catch Skipper. After Skipper was captured and carried to the big cat rescue trailer, Gilligan had still refused to enter the crate. With no other options, he was sedated with a blow dart. He quickly fell asleep, and Dr. Justin did a full exam. After the exam, he was gently placed in the crate and given the reversal agent for the tranquilizer. When he awoke, he was in a soft bed of hay, being loaded into the trailer for his long trip back to Tampa. Gilligan seems absolutely blissful in his new enclosure. In his first days, he constantly sniffed all around, soaking in the fresh air. He was also quite amazed with the wildlife that abounds at the sanctuary, from cardinals to lizards to squirrels. He is very observant and intently watches as they flit and scurry about.
So he's back there. He's laying down towards the ground, right in kind of that hole in his rock wall here, just snoozing away. He lifted his head up. He looked at me and said, "You don't have treats. You go away." All right, so there's a big project going on around here somewhere. What's going on? Okay. All right, so we're gonna make our way up towards Funcation. We'll see if we see Mouser. Right? Hey, how's it going, June? Good. Yeah, if you say that you sponsor one of the cats, I try to make sure that if they are around and they're out and they want to be seen, that you at least get a chance to see your cat. All right, that you sponsor. Flintster. What's up, man?
Like the second he saw you, he was like, damn.
Hi. What's up? It's like the Flint show today. All right, well, I'm gonna keep walking. All right, dude? So, I would tell you to go enjoy your enrichment more, but you and Biscuit kind of went to town, huh? I can't blame you. All right, dude, I'll see you in a little bit. All right, so we're entering down Serval Row here. And Serval Row is, well, we call it Serval Row because this is where all the servals are.
Angie, are you on the radio?
And I haven't seen one serval this morning. I think they got fed and then they all just kind of ran off. And I'm going to turn my radio down here real quick so you guys don't have to have your ears blasted out every time there's a call. There we go. Here is Ginger. Hi, Ginger. And if you can't see Ginger, Ginger is right along the back, right over here by just to the left of the tree.
Ginger the serval is one of what we refer to as the Kansas Gilligan's Island cats. Ginger was kept in a cage about 9 feet by 12 feet. On one side of her, 2 cougars were housed, and on the other was an empty cage about half the size of hers. The empty cage had housed another serval who died a few months before the rescue.
You are welcome, Andrea.
Sadly, the serval had become wedged in between the door panels and died. The dead serval was left in the cage for weeks before it was removed, and Gilligan opened it just a few feet from the cage. Ginger was the first cat at the Kansas property to be captured. She was netted by big cat rescuers and given a veterinary exam. Despite living next door to 2 large, intimidating cats, witnessing the death of her serval neighbor, and living in complete filth, Ginger was surprisingly calm during her capture and exam and quickly adapted to her newfound comforts at Big Cat Rescue.
So there is the story of Ginger. So, now, not that I like entertaining the haters, but I gotta say something real quick. When it comes to the people that actually work here, we only have a handful of them. We are a nonprofit. We're also GFAS accredited, so we're certified by the Global Federation of Animal Sanctuaries, and we provide them with the best care that we possibly can, right? That means that we constantly monitor our cats' health. We don't give them donated food from, that's waste. We buy them the best possible meals that we can. And the people that you just saw walking by, they actually all have jobs. They're volunteers. I'm a volunteer, and we're happy to do this, right? That's what volunteerism is. right? We come on out, we help with something that makes us feel a bit more whole, right? So as far as the whole, you know, give everybody a raise thing, you know, I have, yeah, absolutely. The people that work here, I mean, we couldn't pay them enough. They're doing amazing stuff. And then the volunteers that are here, I mean, emotionally, our cup runneth over sometimes. All right, I'm not seeing Mouser, which means that Mouser more than likely is in there. And, well, we don't coax our cats out. So as far as that goes, that's what it is. Yeah, and I usually ignore all the bad comments, but when it comes to picking on volunteers, that's not fair game. That's not fair game at all. All right, so let's see what happens here. He came over earlier. Beecher! Now, we usually don't call our cats to get them to come out, but Beecher was somebody's cat at one point in time, and he just loves having somebody around. So, what's up, dude? Yeah? Really? Uh-huh. So what else is going on? Uh-huh. Got a lot to report over here. So what's Jinx up to? Okay. Whoa. Jinx did what? I mean, really, is it appropriate to tell me that? You're kind of visiting over here right now. Jinx home's right across the street. So let me play Beecher's audio while we have him here.
Beecher is a male savannah cat born in 2012. He arrived at Big Cat Rescue in November 2017 after his owner surrendered him to us on his 5th birthday. She loved Beecher enough to realize that hybrid cats do not make good pets and wanted him to live as a wild cat as much as can be possible. Savannah cats are hybrid cats that do not exist in nature. They are the cruel, man-made result of breeding a domestic cat with an African serval exotic cat. Beecher's owner researched savannah cats and even visited Big Cat Rescue before purchasing him for $15,000 from a Florida breeder called Drinkwater Cattery when he was just 7 weeks old. She didn't believe us when we said that owning hybrids does not work out for the owner or the cat. She tried to bond with Beecher and make her dream of owning an exotic-looking cat come true. She fed him domestic cat food and built him a $10,000 indoor-outdoor room in her home. She neutered him and declawed all 4 of his paws, trying in vain to make Beecher into something he was not. She was covered in cuts and scabs from his razor-sharp teeth. He wouldn't cuddle with her, and he bit her fiancé. Finally, she admitted that Beecher could never be tamed or safe or happy living as a pet. With tears in her eyes, she relinquished Beecher to Big Cat Rescue, where he will spend the rest of his days in a large outdoor habitat, being treated like the wild cat that he is.
Speaking of large outdoor habitat, how is Funcation, my friend? You got a ton of space. Not only does it have all this space, there's a space in the back too. Right? This place is huge. So, yes, the Beecher report. But to that point of the whole, well, I don't think he could be domesticated thing, and I don't want to pick on this woman at all. She did the right thing. She came to us, and obviously she realized the mistake as far as purchasing him in the first place and all the hard work she did to attempt to make him comfortable. But that's the thing, is that you see these breeders online, and they're like, well, an F5, it's completely domesticated. Not so much. You know, I mean, my little kitten, if you've seen the thing, is thousands of generations along, you know, from the wild, and quite honestly, it still exhibits, you know, nature of going, you know, berserk every so often, right? We like to call it the zoomies, but, you know, that behavior could go along to something much more wild, especially when you get to a cat like this, where he can cause a lot of physical harm to somebody. All right, so let's keep moving along here. How do we all mow the grass in the enclosure? Well, I think Missy hit it on the head. We just put Beecher in there for a little while. Right, so Beecher's really good. He eats and fertilizes at the same time. No, I'm kidding. When it comes to that, if a cat, and we're doing this right now with one of our enclosures, if a cat goes on vacation or moves to another enclosure, we will go ahead and tend to that enclosure when they're not in there. Or if it's getting really bad, we'll lock them into one side of their enclosure, clean that area up real quick, and then go from there and clean that area up and let them back in. So, what's up, man? You really could care less. I'm here. Here's Manny. Now, for any of you that are new, it looks like he's pacing. Believe me when I say he is not. I know he's going back and forth, yes. But he is eyeballing the cart that is not too far away.
Manny is a male jaguar born in 2006. He arrived at Big Cat Rescue
Happy birthday,
in
Zizi.
December 2017 from Omaha, Nebraska's AZA-accredited Henry Dorley Zoo. The zoo was in the process of constructing new natural habitats, and some of their current exhibits were being replaced. When Big Cat Rescue learned that the zoo was searching for a GFAS-accredited sanctuary to provide a new home for Manny and for Natalia the Amur leopard, we immediately offered to take them and became their forever home. Jaguars are the largest of South America's big cats. They once roamed the entire continent all the way north to the U.S.-Mexican border. Today, significant numbers of jaguars are found only in remote regions of South and Central America, particularly in the Amazon basin. Unlike most other exotic cats, jaguars are very aquatic and good swimmers. They have even been known to swim across the Panama Canal searching for prey. The name jaguar comes from the Native American word jaguar, which means he who kills with one leap. Jaguars are powerful hunters. Rivers provide prey in the form of fish, turtles, and caimans. They also eat larger animals like deer. They sometimes climb trees to prepare an ambush, killing their prey with one powerful bite.
Hi. He's got a great smile. Such a beautiful cat. And with his much larger enclosure, he spends a lot of time sleeping in a lot of different places lately. All right, let's see if we see Jinxie. I don't think he's stalking me. I think he's just learned that I'm not great to stalk. I never come on that side. I never feed him. You know, I think he has that pretty squared away. But Afton's over there with a cart, or was. She drove by, and Rich is cleaning right next door, which is why he's locked in that area. All right. Where is this dude? I saw Jinx a minute ago. He was finishing destroying his Halloween enrichment. Okay, I don't see Jinx. So he is probably... He's probably back there in his den, and I'm gonna let him be back there in his den. That, or he's somewhere in the open looking right at me in a very dark shadow, which has happened many times. But here's the other side of Funcation. Really nice big area. All right, so for the sake of time, we're gonna keep moving along. I have about 15 more minutes. Actually, I could take you guys to the top of the hour. So, because it only takes us about 15 minutes to transition over to the Catterday Walkabout. Rich, you look like you have a puzzle there. I said you look like you have a puzzle there. All right, so we're live on Facebook. What's going on here? So we're live on Facebook. What are you up to?
I am cleaning up the enclosure. We have our tong.
All right, so we got our tongs.
We can pick stuff up and not get hurt.
And put it in the bucket.
In the bucket. Does anybody know what this is?
I'm guessing it's not good for a barbecue.
So, you know, well, they can do more than just your toilet. It can clean water bowls and places where the cats eat, and our fingers are away. And we get this big long thing that we can go real far away and find poop that they poop real far away and pull it to the side and take it out.
Cool.
Yay.
Well, I'll leave you to your pumpkin there. It looks like
Yes.
laws of physics are against you on that one.
Yep. He did a real good job of doing that. Oh, look at this. Here's a demo. And we take our tongs and we can go through the cage and put it in our bucket. And look, my hands aren't in the cage and the cat's not chewing me up.
There you go. Cool. And Manny would
win-win.
be a terrible one to have chewing you up.
Yeah.
There's no chance of survival there. Well, thank you very much, Rick.
Great. You guys have a great day.
You too, Rich. All right. So there's how we clean things up. All right, tigers. Somebody said tigers. And you know, let's go across Tiger Row. Why not? Let's work our way down there. Looks like Athens got some recording she's doing. So we'll see her real quick. Rich is very, very awesome. All these cleaners are awesome. And I know I have mentioned it a little bit, but the fundraiser for today is the general fundraiser. And thank you for all of those people that have donated already. The general fundraiser goes toward just maintaining the sanctuary, buying new tongs, new scraper poles, new buckets and toilet brushes, and the bleach that goes along with it. All right, so all of that stuff. So if you do have a couple extra bucks kicking around, just click the little donate button and donate. It'll make you feel a little better, right? Because you did something good today. And no amount is too small. Everything goes to help these guys. Now, again, we are a 501c3, so we are a nonprofit. So every dollar that Facebook sends back to us goes directly to all of these guys. All right, so where is Simba? Simba was out earlier. Not seeing Simba yet. Collies around.
Hey Mike, can you bring the clippers when you come back down here?
Yes, the Amazon wish list is awesome. And also, if you don't use it yet, this costs you nothing. Now, if you do shop on Amazon, just stop going directly to Amazon. Just type in smile.amazon.com. 0.5% of every purchase that you make, that's qualifies, goes to a charity of your choice. So if you go to smile.amazon.com, first thing it's going to ask you is, who would you like to donate to? If you select Big Cat Rescue, it's a very easy way to go ahead and donate if you don't have much to donate or anything to donate, right? But you buy something ever so often. All right, so up on the platform there, you will see Kimba. Now, I'm not going to get much closer because Kimba doesn't know me and I don't want to freak Kimba out.
Kimba is a male tiger who was rescued from the circus in Guatemala, along with two other tigers, Max and Simba. Kimba is the youngest, born sometime in 2017.
Thank you for your donation, Jessica.
They came to us after Guatemala passed a law banning the circus. Animal Defenders International was a major force behind passing that law. The tigers were supposed to have been turned over to authorities. Instead, Hermanos Ponce Circus went on the run. In June 2018, Animal Defenders International and authorities had found the circus and implemented the rescue mission. Because tigers are an endangered species, we needed an import permit from the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service to bring them here. We applied for a permit in August 2018. It took 11 months to obtain the import permit and 3 more months to obtain an export permit from Guatemalan authorities. The cats finally arrived in November 2019. They were flown into Miami on a cargo plane, and our rescue team picked them up at Miami Airport and drove them to Tampa. During the 15 months from our application to their arrival, generous donors to Big Cat Rescue helped us fund their care in Guatemala at a temporary facility operated by ADI. During the handover from the circus to ADI, the circus workers started beating Kimba viciously with an iron bar until he bled. The ADI rescuers intervened to save his life. Kimba was terrified with a bleeding leg and mouth. In circus confinement, even such powerful predators are completely at the mercy of their captors. But thanks to the visitors and donors who allow us to provide lifetime care, no one will ever harm Kimba again.
All right, so I see Cassie and a couple other people saying the audio is tough. Give me feedback. What's going on your side with the audio? Is it choppy? Is it just hard to hear? Is it muffled? Your feedback allows me to make some tweaks. Oh, it was forever to get the permit for that, but at the same time, there was a lot of things going on, which put in some roadblocks for us, and we had to work with that. Oh, we were going to see tigers, so I'm going to turn around here. Here's where our caracals live. And so, yeah, it took a while, and Howard was giving updates about what was going on, and, you know, one of the things that you can really appreciate about Big Cat Rescue is that they don't give up. Right, so once the mission starts, the mission is on, and it's really kind of a great thing about them is that, you know, obviously, as I said before, we're GFAS accredited, so we don't buy, breed, touch, sell, trade any of our cats. And if a cat's in need and we can help, well, we'll do our darndest to help. All right, so where's Jazzy Girl? All right, so it sounds good. No problems that I can hear. I can hear fine.
I'll be right there, Brandon.
Sarah says Howard and Andy have a calming voice.
Thank
All right, cool. I'll go for calming. Sound is great. All right, so if there's ever any issues, please let me know. We got an offer today from one of our awesome donors who is a volunteer here, and she approached me and said, hey, if there's anything that we can do for audio, let me know. And so I'm gonna research some stuff, and I don't see, oh, there's Jazzy Girl. She's over in the back. Hopefully you can see her. Hey guys.
Wear that thing when I clean Kimba. He's doing that.
Oh, was that you earlier?
Yeah.
Holy smokes, yeah, he was blowing up.
He was pissed off I'm still alive.
Oh,
Jasmine moving.
up. And there she goes over there. She's following all the keepers. I'm trying to find her audio here. There it is.
Jasmine is a female tiger whose age is unknown. She arrived at Big Cat Rescue in August 2015 after being confiscated by the Ohio Department of Agriculture along with 9 other big cats from an owner who failed for years to comply with a very basic 2012 Ohio Dangerous Animals law that just required decent caging and registering the animals. Big Cat Rescue volunteered to provide a permanent home for Jasmine, and 3 of the other big cats and other sanctuaries took in the remaining 6 cats. Jasmine is a happy tiger known for making unique sounds which make her keepers laugh. Like all tigers, Jasmine loves the water. She really enjoys being showered with a hose during hot afternoons at the sanctuary, and she is a star at operant conditioning.
Jazzy's pretty awesome. She does love that hose. So a little bit later today, you will see Bridget and Jazzy. I don't want to call it playing, but they have a really good relationship. So you'll see them both get really excited because they love seeing each other. Really? Oh, you're a cutie. Yeah, I'm talking about you. You're adorable. On that side of the fence. I've seen you at feeding time. Completely different cat. All right, we're gonna go see if your other friends are around. Right, we're gonna see if Arya and Sapphire are around. And here we go. She's standing. So it looks like Swanee and Swanda are doing well out there. Beautiful day. Before you ask, no, Daniel, I have not purchased paint to take care of Stony yet. And Sapphire's enclosure here. And Sapphire's massive enrichment. So we had a question on TikTok about, do we ever go ahead and give them anything like toys or balls or anything like that? And I'm like, do we? Well, look at this stuff. I'm actually kind of surprised that's still standing. Temperature right now is probably in the low mid 80s. In the sun, it definitely feels like it's a little over 100.
Hey, Auntie, can you open up the wall door gate for me?
Read your mind about Stony. Stoney's doing good, right? Stony got mowed around. He likes the tall grass. He's in constant nap mode, so extra fluff always helps him. So yeah, Stony the tiger, everybody, or Stone cat. All right, where is Sapphire? Is Sapphire out and about? Up on the Swanee River. I forgot who named it Swanee or Swanda. It may have been Cassie. I think Swanda may have been Cassie. Diana, welcome to Big Cat Rescue. And oh, Sapphire, we just missed her. She just went into her enclosure. So if you're asking, is this Carol Baskin's Big Cat Rescue? Yes, Carol Baskin is the owner of Big Cat Rescue. Oh, that breeze feels awesome. All right, so let's see if we can find an Arya tiger. Arya was out earlier. So we'll see. Oh, I know, getting my steps in today. This is the third time I've made my way around the sanctuary today. So I did a quick little Wi-Fi tour, or I wouldn't really call it a tour. It was more of a test to see how the Wi-Fi is around here, because I'm running my hotspot. And the Wi-Fi is good in spots, bad in others. So we're working on that. So that was my first one. TikTok was my second one. And you guys are my third one, and then the fourth one will be a little bit later today. So interested to see how many steps I get in. All right, I don't see an Arya tiger. The tough part about this tour is it's shortly after they get fed. And if after they get fed, then we don't really see much of them. But I did find a vacation rotation. Look at that. Oh man, vacation rotation. So if you don't know about vacation rotation, let me tell you if you're fairly new to our page. Vacation rotation is 2.5 acres of awesomeness.
In the wild, big cats would roam hundreds of miles. They are intelligent, active creatures who prefer to hunt at dusk and dawn, but who can see very well at night. They spend their days sleeping and getting ready for the darker hours when they reign supreme over all their domain. Unfortunately, most captive situations provide far too small a space for these big cats. And even worse, they are usually locked into tiny, concrete, windowless cells called night houses during the time of day when they would most like to be out roaming. The reason they're locked up at night is because zoos aren't open at night, and they want the cats to be active when paying guests are there. In most cases, there will be one large enclosure that the public sees, and then tiny jail cells where the cats spend days at a time, so that if it's their only day to be outside, they'll be active for the paying public. At Big Cat Rescue, the cats have far more space per cat than most other facilities. But even still, it's far too small in our opinion. That's why we built the 2.5-acre vacation rotation enclosure. Each of our lions and tigers can enjoy a 2-week vacation in this open air space that has a pond, a fountain, lots of dens, tunnels, platforms, and trees to enjoy. Big cats are solitary by nature, and most of our cats prefer to live alone and vacation alone. We don't force our cats to share space or fight over food. They each have well over 1,200 square feet of space to themselves in their own cat habitats. But then, twice a year, they get 2 weeks vacation in this huge space. We move the cats to and from vacation via above-ground tunnels around the sanctuary. The only time there are multiple cats in the cages or on vacation together is if they've been raised together and truly enjoy the company. Anywhere that you see cats living together, they are neutered or spayed to ensure that we do not breed cats for life in cages. Even this huge vacation area is still a cage, and we do not believe that wild cats belong in captivity. We do the best we can for the cats we rescue, but the best thing all of us can do is end the trade in exotic cats by never paying to see or touch cubs.
All right, so there you go. So I did see a couple comments in there, both from Karens, spelled differently. Karen Nash, yes, the supporters and fans on the Facebook page are awesome. You know, obviously we deal with a lot of the hate right now, and it is actually winding down, and we really do appreciate that. That it's just kind of subdued, and we're getting a lot of those people won over to us, which is great. Hi guys. Good, good. Enjoy your tour. And then the other one was from Karen from Colorado. Thank you for doing what you do up there. I mean, cannot be enough support for these guys. We took a tour of your facility, I want to say 1.5 years, maybe 2 years ago. Loved it. It's a very unique place. It's different from what we do in some ways, but it seems that your mission is very similar to what we do. Just a very different methodology. All right, so I'm going to keep working my way around here. Well, let's see if we see Nikki. Oh, vacation is gorgeous. I'll spin around real quick and show it to you from this side. Look at that. There's lakes. There's a big lake out there, and the tigers love it because when we do get our really big storms during hurricane season, like half of vacation turns into a lake, and you'll just see tigers zipping across there on explore.org. Cameras that are in there. And then there's other dens back there, and there's places for them to sit and run and hide and jump and get up to full speed, and stuff that they just wouldn't be able to do at other places. Whew. And thank you for those of you that have donated. Again, our fundraiser for today is our general fundraiser. The money goes toward all of the cats. It goes toward buying supplies to take care of them, helping them out. Oh man, the mask is driving my beard nuts. So if you do have a few bucks kicking around and you would like to donate, trust me when I say this, it does make you feel better when you've done something good, which is why we volunteer. But if you would like to donate to these cats, you can do it 2 ways. Actually, do it a lot of ways. But one of the ways that you can do it is hitting that donate button right on the Facebook page. Hey, Cricket, watch out. I don't want to step on you. Or you can go to bigcatrescue.biz and sponsor a specific cat. So if you have a passion for a very specific cat, you can sponsor just that cat. All right, we'll see if we see Nikki. We probably won't. Hey, maybe we will. Nikki Lion. And if you don't know already, you can watch us live 24/7 on bigcatrescue.org. So, or explore.org. The sign's right here in front of me, Andy, read it. So you can head over there and you can see some of our cats live. And let me show you Nikki here. So Nikki is way in the back. She will probably lift her head up and wonder who the heck is talking.
Jackie, I'll be right there. I'm around.
Nikita was found when she was a year old in a crack house during a drug bust in Tennessee. She was chained to the wall with a short chain on a concrete floor, so she got no exercise and arrived here with huge swellings on her elbows that took months to heal. She was so thin that you could carry her under one arm. In addition to being underfed, she had not had a proper diet, so she had a plethora of nutritional issues to deal with as well. The authorities took her to the Nashville Zoo at Grassmere, but she had been declawed and could not live with the zoo's other lions. Big Cat Rescue agreed to take Nikita in, as well as 3 bobcats that all arrived in 2001. At age 5, she had become a tall, healthy adult lioness, but remained very lanky because she was a picky eater. That changed when our financial support grew to a point where we could afford the expensive ground meat specially designed carnivore diet we now use. Nikita loved it and filled out quickly to the 500-pound lioness you see today. When Nikita was younger, she was extremely playful and loved to roll on her back and grab her paws or try to do somersaults whenever visitors stopped by to talk with her. Now in her senior years, we still occasionally observe a slow roll onto her back for visitors.
And so there you go, right? So there's Nikki's story. So I see a couple of things in here about not being able to donate, and you know, that is totally cool. There's a couple ways that you can help, and there are much bigger ways of helping than you may think. One is by liking and sharing the video, right? The more video views that we get, the more people that can watch it, the more people that can help. The other way is watch us on YouTube, right? That helps out too. I think a few of our videos may be monetized, and what that means is that when you watch the replays, if there's commercials, just go ahead, grin, bear it, watch them, you know, do what you can, and then we make a little bit off of that, right? And that goes to the cats. And then in addition to that, you know, share. These things help. All right, so I'm gonna go back down Tiger Row here, see if we can find anybody on over there. I gotta get ready for the 12:15, so see if we can find Bridget. She's working on a big project today, having an awful lot of fun. Yes, so Nikki is not 500 pounds anymore. She has, you know, with age, right? Cats, and even your house cat, tends to lose a little bit of weight. And so with big cats, a little bit of weight is, you know, 500 to 350. But she's still a very intimidating presence. I caught her on camera earlier, and I'll try to get this video off of it and send it on over, of her roaring first thing this morning. And man, that was something. Now I've stood in front of Joseph when he would roar, and that was a presence, but standing in front of Nikki when she's roaring is a different level. That girl has some vocal cords. All right, so let's see if we see anybody. I'm making my way down towards Duchess and Priya, so we'll see if we see Dutchie or Priya. Have any questions here? Very scary girl still. Yes, Loki is in the cabana. He is loving it, air conditioning and all. Now, I can't go towards the cabana or the gift shop actually, because they are cellular black holes. But you can't see them on explore.org. Oh, thank you, Karen. I appreciate that. Caroline, Andy. Now, Beecher, for example, is on funcation. So since Beecher's on funcation, we're about to go through all of his enclosure and clean that up. All right, so clean up his enclosure and, you know, plant some grass. Yeah, aka Beecher salad. And then maybe Beecher will go back in there. If not, he'll go to a different enclosure, and or he'll be able to see different things, different smells, be maybe near other cats in other enclosures. And so that's another form of enrichment that a lot of people don't think about. So at some of these, you know, pseudo sanctuaries or places that claim to take care of cats and make them live on concrete slabs, they don't move them around, right? They don't give them anything to do. We do. Yes, the 12:15 Saturday or 12:15 on YouTube, the Cat Day Walkabout. Thank you very much for mentioning that, everybody. I really do appreciate that. Yeah, if you guys can head right on over there at 12:15, we'll be ready for you. All right, so we have reached the near end of our tour. And you know what that means? That means we talk about things, important things. So let's speak of important things.
Today you've heard story after story of these magnificent animals being abused or abandoned. They're estimated to be 10 to 20,000 big cats, mostly living in deplorable conditions in private hands. These animals belong in the wild, not in backyards and roadside zoos. The laws that claim to ensure a humane existence for these animals just don't work. As one example, the USDA rule for the minimum space for a tiger cage is what you see on the sign on this circus wagon. Make normal postural and social adjustments with adequate freedom of movement. With this rule language, the owner of a tiger doesn't know how big a cage has to be. And an inspector, many of whom are veterinarians and really do care about the animals, doesn't know when to cite someone for too small a cage. So almost no one ever gets cited, and tigers spend their entire lives in tiny, concrete-floored prison cells. Florida does specify how big the cage has to be, and is one of the more generous state laws. In Florida, you can keep 2 500-pound tigers in a 10 by 24-foot space, like this memorial plaque area, slightly bigger than a parking spot, on a concrete slab. This would be like keeping your domestic cat in a 3-foot-long dog carrier for their entire life. The only way to stop this abuse is a federal ban on private ownership. It's not often in our daily lives that we get to do something that really makes a difference, but you can today. We have a federal bill that would end private ownership and the abuse of cub petting. The bill will pass if members of Congress hear that enough of their constituents care about this issue. We make it very easy to do. If you are a United States resident and you have a cell phone, please take it out now. To show your support for the Big Cat Public Safety Act and to urge your elected officials to do the same, text CATS to 52886. Message and data rates may apply. You'll receive an automated response containing a link to our campaign page. Click the link and follow the prompts to make the call of the wild today before you leave the sanctuary. Our goal is to get this bill passed before the next plaque marking the death of one of the mistreated cats you met today goes up on this memorial wall. If you are willing, this call is truly the most meaningful thing you can do to help us stop the mistreatment of these amazing animals that deserve so much better. Last, thank you very much for coming to visit us today and for supporting the cats with your tour fee, gift shop purchases, donations, and calls to Congress. Does anyone have any questions before we go inside?
All right, so there you go. If you can't make the call of the wild, please go ahead and do so. If you don't have a cell phone but you got a buddy that does, just grab their phone real quick and go ahead and use their phone. If there's no phones in sight, well, you can just keep following us on here. There's always ways to help. You know, share the video, let somebody know, let somebody else make the call. All right, so let's see if we see Duchess and or Priya. I don't know if we will, but we can always take a stab at it, right? Let's try. You guys are awesome. I appreciate that. All right, so Dutchie is laying down sleeping. We're gonna leave her for the 12:15. We're gonna let her rest. Bridget will probably pop in and say hi. Yep, big cat or lamp will work out beautifully. So I don't see Duchess, or I see Duchess. Duchess is in her enclosure, so we're gonna let her sleep. And then Priya could be anywhere in her massive enclosure. This thing is just so gigantic. Last week she was in the weeds just falling asleep. So anyways, everybody, please make the call of the wild. If you didn't see it, text CAST to 52886. And we will see you a little bit later, well, at 12:15 at the dailybigcat.com. So currently it is 12:02. So in 13 minutes, Bridget and I will be live over at dailybigcat.com. And I'll see you guys really, really soon. Thanks for watching.